Hey guys, it's Sam here, and today we finally got the English media confirming the agreement between Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen for Florian Wirtz. It's official now, the English media have caught up, and yeah, it's official. We are signing Florian Wirtz, pending obviously a medical, which looks like it will be happening next week because he's still on holiday. There was one report I saw that said he's on holiday until Wednesday, so whether or not he cuts it short to have his medical, or if it happens on Wednesday or Thursday, who knows, but it'll be happening next week, and that is also when the transfer window opens again. It opens on Monday after closing for 6 days. This will be the proper window now that will stay open until the beginning of September. So there are conflicting reports, basically. The European and German side that are obviously being briefed by Leverkusen are saying that it is pretty much up to the 150 million euros that they wanted, whereas the English media, with being briefed by Liverpool, are saying that it's actually about 136.3 million euros, so it's £100 million up front, with 16 million in additional payments, like bonuses and add-ons and all of that. So it would still be a British transfer record, only just beating Caicedo, because I believe... it might not, because I think Caicedo was 111, was it? Or was it 115? I can't remember. But Wirtz will end up going above that. Either way, you know, if it's 116 or if it is the 150 million euros, it'll break it anyway. And he will be, at least, no doubt about it, Liverpool's record transfer. That remains Van Dijk at 75 million because Darwin Núñez only accumulated to 71 million pounds, barring he leaves this summer, which is expected. It will stay at 71, so 75 for Van Dijk is still the Liverpool's record transfer. That will be smashed by Florian Wirtz, and also, according to Paul Joyce as well, Liverpool have now moved on to wanting to sign superstars, whereas obviously under Jurgen Klopp, when we signed Mane in 2016 and Salah under 2017, they were not superstars. They were good players, but they weren't superstars, and Jurgen Klopp famously had that phrase, we don't sign superstars, we make them. Liverpool now want to sign superstars, and Florian Wirtz is the first in that edition. So that's very positive. Moving forward under this new Arne Slot era, it does look like we are going to be looking at more potential superstars to join Liverpool, which is a good thing. We're going to start acting like a big club again, which is great. It's what we've wanted, and FSG is spending money, which is also what we wanted, so there can be no complaints this summer. So far, we're having a very good summer, good additions. The club are obviously backing the manager after winning the league to go again. And yeah, everything's looking up at the minute. What can we say? I mean, Florian Wirtz is very much on the level of, you know, generational. You know, some of these players that are once in a generation type players, Liverpool are signing in Florian Wirtz, which is absolutely incredible. Where he will play, obviously that's up to Arne Slot. I'm not too fussed if it's, you know, the 10, if it's on the left, if it's a false 9. I'm not particularly bothered where he plays. That's up to Arne Slot. We can just celebrate now we're signing a fucking incredible player. And he will only make this team better. When you think that also Arne Slot said that Dominic Szoboszlai is playing, you know, at the end of the season, saying playing in his preferred position as the 8. That's a potential thing. Could we see that more as Szoboszlai moving back into an 8 and Wirtz as a 10, Salah on the right, Gakpo on the left, and possibly a new striker up top? Because the Isak name is still not going away. Now, he's been linked with Liverpool for months now. And it seemed like, I want to say March or April, it was, if Newcastle don't get Champions League, he will 100% leave. Then Newcastle got Champions League, and they said, no, absolutely not going to happen. Isak is not leaving. Newcastle got Champions League, and that's that. Like, the move was dependent on them not getting it. But the name is still not going away, and the interest very much is still there, and the links are still there to suggest that Liverpool are not giving up hope of signing Isak this summer. Now, who knows? Because I still don't believe that it will happen, because I firmly still believe in the original reports that suggested that because Newcastle got Champions League, they're not going to sell, and also they can stick to their guns. If they want £150 million, they can stick to it now, because they don't have to sell. They're not, you know, they have the Champions League football they wanted, which means that price ain't budging. So I just don't see us signing him this summer. A number of strikers have been linked. Osherman was one. That's still not really going away, although, again, conflicting reports with him. Ekatike, he is still not going away either. Yeah, there's just been a whole host of strikers linked. But who knows who we end up going after, if any, because like I said, maybe they've decided Wirtz will be the false 9 for this season, and they'll look at the striker market next summer, because the striker market this summer is not great. There's not a lot of options, and the options that are there are a shitload of money. So who knows, Liverpool might want to wait another season to see what the market will be like next summer, and who becomes available, and if the prices have dropped as well. So yeah, that is the big news, really. Florian Wirtz, everything's been agreed. He will have his medical next week, and then he'll be a Liverpool player, and we still are unsure on what number he will take. Obviously the 23, which was Jamie Carragher's number, is available. You've got 27 that is available, so who knows. And if Luis Diaz is sold, the 7 will become available. So those are all 3 numbers, realistic numbers that he could probably choose from. But anyway, that's for later on. Right now, yeah, the excitement there again is built up. I trusted Romano. I did. He doesn't get many things wrong. You know, he can be a little bit jumpy at times, a little bit too excited to break news, and may break it a bit earlier than other people, but I would say 8, maybe 9 times out of 10 he gets things pretty much spot on and right, and the only times he will get something wrong is potentially not even on him, if a deal is on and then all of a sudden it's changed because of complications or changes within the deal that one of the clubs weren't happy with, so it fell apart. That's not really on him. He was briefed to say it was happening and then it ends up falling, just like other journalists. But there are some journalists out there that are just completely wafflers and just don't even have a fucking clue what they're chatting about. So, like I said, I trusted him. He's ended up being right again. So, that is it. Florian Wirtz 100% now has been agreed, and his medical will take place next week. So, that is it with me today. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.